What's up, guys? My name is TaNajia, and I'm back with another episode here at the LifeGenix original podcast. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. This is the third episode, so you haven't seen the first two. The first one basically talking about following your passions. The second one talking about you can kind of always choose who your family is. If you definitely didn't watch those, if you're subscribed on YouTube, then go check them out. And if you're not subscribed, definitely go check them out. If you're just listening by audio, which is the LifeGenix original, you can definitely find it on Apple Music, Spotify, and other podcast platforms. I'm going to show you right here what it looks like. You can definitely go tune in and listen to those as well. Again, welcome back, and I appreciate you guys listening in. So, yeah, by the time you're seeing this, Christmas already passed, so Merry Christmas. And by the time you're going to see this, we're going to be in 2022. So, Happy New Year's, everybody. Does it feel like it's about to be a new year? I don't think so, honestly, but, you know, it is what it is. Again, Happy New Year's. I hope everybody is still growing and, you know, following their plan to grow and to be successful and kicking it off in a positive way in 2022. So, that's what I got to say to you guys about that. If you see in the background, you can see that it's not the usual door and the little paper towel covering the window. That is because I'm currently not at school. I don't know if I mentioned in my previous episodes. I know I talked a little bit last episode about my career, but I do also live where I work. So, we are a school, so we do go by semesters. So we do have winter break right now. That's why you're seeing a different background. This is my friend's background, actually. I'm at his place, so you can see that he does do a lot of Funko Pop collections. So if you're into that, you can definitely go, you know, check out his YouTube video, Matthew Perez. So that was a shout out to you, Matt. But anyways, so yeah, we're definitely on break now. And I just want to start off with kind of apologizing about not, you know, being consistent with my posting, especially since this is the beginning of my podcast. But I do kind of have a little bit of an excuse. Basically, the end of the semester got very hectic because we had a combination of basketball games for my girls' team as well as me being a teacher. So I had to definitely, you know, stay on top of the game and get everybody to have their final exams because it was final exams week, printing out a study guide, making sure that everybody was caught up, making sure no one was missing any assignments, as well as while we're traveling 5 to 6 hours out of the way and staying overnight. That was, you know, a lot to juggle. And we do have a lot of international students on our team, so we had to figure out a COVID test for them so they can, you know, go back home basically by airplane, so they had to have it in a specific time. So that was very challenging as well, combining all three of those, juggling those, but I definitely got it done. So it was a little stressful, but here we are. We're on winter break, which is what everyone basically needed. So again, I apologize, but then again, I have to, you know, that's my job, as well as, you know, I also had a little personal stuff going on as well, so I had to put me first. So, you know, it is what it is. But from now on, I'm going to try to be, you know, more consistent. So, what we're going to talk about a little bit in the podcast today is basically how a lot of things in life are temporary. And I'm not saying that, like, in a way, like, in a bad way. It could be also good as well, depending on, you know, what current situation you have going on in your personal life, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, situationship, a hobby, an interest, your job. Those things, a lot of those things are, you know, temporary, and it could be for the good, it could be for the bad. And just, I want to talk about today how to kind of get through stuff when those things don't go your way or those things don't work out, because we all have a lot of things going on in our life, whether it's a breakup, whether you lost a friendship with someone, that you lost your job, or something didn't work out with, a project that you're working on, or if you're trying to be an entrepreneur or something like that. We have the ups and we have the downs, and we need to know how to work through when we are down. So that's kind of what this episode is about today. So I just wanted to kind of, give you a little bit of tips. And I feel like one that I should start off with is just, being grateful, being grateful for the things that we still have in life, even though something is not going our way at that moment. And I really do think that helps, because we want to try to stay positive even though we're down and something bad is, happening, or something isn't going our way, because we don't want to take advantage of the things that we do have, because at the end of the day, all the things that we have that is going good for us can just be gone, just like that. So that's why we really got to appreciate what we have. And for example, I could talk about myself. I'm very grateful for my job and being able to stay there, and not have to pay any extra money to stay there, as well as just the opportunity that I'm in, being in a position to coach girls who deserve it and who work hard, to kind of help them achieve their goals, getting into a good college, getting into a good basketball program, as well as just teaching kids and giving them information that they need to know. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm very grateful for my friends. They, let me stay at their houses. I go back and forth, stay with some of them for Thanksgiving, stay with some of them for Christmas, and they just really treat me like family, and I'm very grateful for them, as well as just having a listening ear, especially when I'm going through things, and just always kind of being supportive, and allowing me to make my mistakes, and I can't thank them enough, as well as just having a roof over my head, having food, being able to communicate, social media, all those things I'm just grateful for, because it's just like some people really just don't have that. I'm not saying that we should compare problems, but just always stay positive when it's not going for you, and just sometimes write out what you're grateful for. Just when you wake up, think about like stuff that you're really grateful for, because it can really help you get through a hard time. So that would be my first tip. My second tip would be to basically allow yourself to feel down, allow yourself to feel the feelings that you're feeling currently, whether it's you lost your job, or you were friends with somebody for a very long time and now you guys aren't friends anymore, or you going through a breakup, and it's just like, we know it hurts, we know that it feels like one of the worst things in the world, because you're just so used to having something, and then all of a sudden now it's gone. Now you have to learn how to kind of be without them again, and then you have all these memories, whatever the situation is, and you just feel down. And it's just like, it's okay to feel sad. Like, it's okay to feel like that. But you just don't want to indulge in it, like, for too long. But in the beginning, yes, definitely it's okay to be sad. And the thing that you don't want to do is suppress your feelings, or act like it didn't happen, or just move on to the next thing, or get into stuff that's really not going to help you acknowledge what you're going through, because then that's just called suppressing and just being avoidant of your feelings. And then you're going to try to move on to a different situation, or a different job, or a different friendship, and then that possibly can go wrong because you haven't fully recovered, or you never endured those feelings that you had before. So tip number 2 would definitely just to be not to suppress your feelings, and allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, because it is okay to have other feelings besides being happy all the time, because we're not perfect. So that's definitely okay. Number 3 would be to definitely just keep yourself busy and distracted with stuff that you love to do, your interests. So for example, like, let's say you got broken up with, and you are working on trying to make a podcast. You definitely can put your time and invest your time into that podcast, and then talk about stuff. You can even talk about what you're specifically going through. Let people hear your real story. People don't like fake stuff. They want the realness. Like, they want fakeness. So definitely use that to your advantage, or hang out with those friends that you haven't seen in a while. Like, remember that those people that are your real support system. Go chill with them, go hang out with them, go out with them, or go work out. Put your negative feelings or sad feelings into something that can benefit you, like eating better, working out, painting, whatever you want to do. Just don't sulk in the sadness for so long to the point that you keep thinking about those memories, thinking about the negative moments, because then a month or so goes and passes by, and now you're in the habit of always thinking negative, and now your whole behavior of life has changed because you weren't trying to look for the positive things in that negative moment. So that would be my third tip. And I feel like my last tip doesn't really pertain to everybody. Depends on, what you believe and everything, but just putting your hands in God. Like, for example, I'm really trying to learn more about God, go to church more, read more scriptures, because I feel like I'm just missing out a little bit on this happiness that I think that could really benefit me. So definitely put your hands in God. Like, he definitely wants to help us all. He wants everyone to believe in him. And that literally comes before anything, just believing in God. So if you're going through a very tough time, whatever situation it is, definitely pray about it. Go to church. God doesn't want us fighting and using our energy on stuff that doesn't need to be. And if it's in God's plan, then it's in God's plan. If that situation or that person or whatever it is isn't in his plans for you, then it's just not meant to be. Or it could just be it's just not the right time for it. You can have the right thing at the wrong time, but we all have to be patient. And when we're praying, we're putting our energy and time into God, then that's really going to help us understand the benefit of waiting and trusting the process. But again, if that doesn't pertain to you, if you don't believe in him, that's fine. And you could definitely just ignore this tip. And a bonus would be to, maybe go talk to a therapist. Like, I used to go to therapy, I stopped, and now I'm really going back because I really want to be the better version of myself. And sometimes that support system or those friends are a little biased, and you kind of need somebody outside the circle to kind of hear you out and listen to you and talk to you. And I feel like therapy can just really help you reorganize your thoughts to see what you need to do to get back on that path that you were on before. So I would really suggest a therapist. But yeah, so we definitely have, being grateful, acknowledging your feelings, continuing or investing into new interests to kind of help you distract yourself and to help you do positive things when you're going through something that's troubling you. Going to God if you believe in him or not, and then the bonus of basically, talking to a therapist. And I really think those tips are gonna kind of help you with things that are temporary in our lives. And I feel like it's so easy to get sad and stuck on something, but again, a lot of stuff that we do and a lot of stuff that happens to us sometimes is just out of our control, and we literally can't control everything. Because if we're trying to control everything, we're going to develop this type of anxiety, and we're going to disappoint ourselves a lot when we try to control everything. So definitely think about those. Definitely use those tips. I really think they are helpful. And that's the end of our podcast. And I just want to thank you guys again. And I really do apologize about not being consistent. I'm really going to try to get started. But definitely let me know if you have any ideas or any topics that you want me to talk about. You can hit me up on social media or my email, whatever is best for you. But again, dislike, I don't really care. Put a comment if you don't like it or not. Something I need to improve on. Do what you got to do. But definitely hit that subscribe button and tune in for our next episode. And see you guys later.